Okay, this is JD Delay here, and I've been watching him for a little bit now, and I like his content, and I like that he takes righteous stances on matters. He does not like degeneracy. Let's put it that way. Uh, anyway, this is a new type of this is a new topic for him. I've never really seen him talk about churches or anything like that. Um, I am a fan, but I like his content. And yeah, this is the topic of the video. Check it out.
This woman has been doing a series of videos where she calls churches, tells them that she is a single mother and that her baby hasn't eaten since last night, and asks them if they would help her just to get a thing of baby formula.
So the premise is set. He found this lady's channel, uh, and he is doing a short over her social experiment of the churches. And this is how it went.
So far, 10 have said yes, and 33 churches have told her they just can't help her. And these videos have gone pretty mega viral, and a lot of the churches have gotten a lot of backlash for it. The ones that have said yes, though, have received a lot of donations and support.
So 10 of those churches, one third of the churches that this lady reached out to actually provided support. And if you have seen me talk about EBT, I talked about recommending people go to churches for support. I do know churches do that. I myself have worked at church ran food banks, and I also and other times have used them as a resource. Um, so I do know these exist, and I would like to say that you don't have to attend their church to receive uh, assistance. They usually, most of the time, these churches that do these things, these actual righteous things, they usually have a surplus. Okay, they're giving it out for a reason. So go, like, it is not by you going and checking out a food bank, you are not taking anything from anybody else that is in need. You are just showing that that food bank that there's more people. That's it. Literally, they probably plan on how many people usually show up and do not take any more food in their food bank because it would go rotten. Um, so go check them out if you don't need the assistance, go and help. That's the thing about it. Um, yeah, I just felt like that giving that description to the ones that do it, giving them praise, their duly deserved praise, that do provide assistance like they should. Um, they. I would just like to expand upon that. I feel like that's some insight. Like, you are not a burden. to these people by showing up and checking out what the food bank is. Um, if you have food in your storage that is about to go bad, but is not bad, and you don't plan on eating it, go give it to a food bank. Uh, it's a waste less, like less waste process. It's very efficient most of the time that I find. Um, and usually it's a lot better system than EBT. You can probably uh, make a community out of it, you know, and be neighborly. That's it. Um, yeah. Uh, enough about that. To the ones that don't do these things, this is a really bad problem. Uh, like, even if your church is a group of 20, I am sure you can have a food bank. That is ridiculous. Um, a lot of churches, in my opinion, are in the business of selling out the widow. If you don't know this, like, a lot of churches just have old people in them, and usually the man dies first, and so you wind up with a stable group of widows. And this is somebody like who's that devil guy that I forget his name. He has a private jet. Like, all of these mega pastors, this is how they make their money. Okay, let's be real. They the old women have the hots for that pastor. That's what's going on. And one sin leads to another. The pastor's taking advantage of the widows, and I mean, hey, oh, it is these types of debauchery that the other churches fall into. It's things like that. Instead of giving to the poor and needy, um, they consume the community. See that? And it's a really big problem. 1/3 of the churches gave. That is crazy. Um, I've been to churches that do give, and I've been to churches that don't give, and I'm a frequent traveler. So, like, I'll just pop into a church, check it out, and see what's going on. But it is this right here why I don't trust churches, because I've been to many churches that are useless, fruitless, dead on the vine. Pitiful. Churches. And, they should be dogged. These institutions proclaim the name of Jesus Christ, and they will not provide for their community. That 60% uh, Kenneth Copeland, that is who I'm talking about. Earlier, I do that a lot. Get over it. um, yeah. Now, yeah. I think this is a bigger issue than anybody talks about. I think this this is the foundation of the nation, and it's cracked. These institutions should be providing. Now, I'm not saying they should be replacing supermarkets or anything like that, but they should provide assistance. I'm all for the free market. But most definitely, these should be charitable institutions where they help people in need. Again, this is a systemic problem. I would like to cut to a video about suppression of churches providing charity.
So the day that we were shut down was a pretty traumatic day for the church. I was the first one on site to see the police and everybody roll up, and I was the first one questioned about the church being open.
First thing that I was thinking about was wow, given the progress and everything that was taking place, lives were really being transformed and saved, for that matter.
It was just like my heart got stepped on. My heart got stepped on because you're taking away the place where they can get fed both spiritually and physically.
There was a lot of tears, a lot of uncertainty. We had knocks on the door, we're hungry, we need some clothing, and it's, I'm sorry, we can't help you. We were in that sanctuary the same day that we got closed down, and Pastor and me, and
Yeah, it was rough.
yeah.
We, about 6.5 years ago, answered a call in the city of Ventura to be a part of a solution of addressing the homeless problem in the city. We started a daytime church called Operation Embrace. Over the years, it defined us and became the joy of our heart. Our church shifted from what happened on Sunday to what happened Monday to Friday. We became a church Monday to Friday that did church by caring for the least of these.
Because that's what Jesus said. You're worth it. Everyone you're worth it.
Him. Say thank you to Him by coming and worshiping with us after breakfast and then hearing the Word every day, and your heart will be good soil. It will start to develop good soil if you receive it.
We are definitely not your average everyday church. We see a lot of different things, we offer a lot of different things, but our main focus is to open our doors to those that have no homes.
I just know I'm safe here. I'm off the street, away from the problems, because I live in the river bottom.
When I first came here, I was extremely distraught. I was almost suicidal because I felt that I had no hope.
I was just pretty much comatose. I just couldn't really talk. I was just so thrashed. First thing I did when I got here was I went into prayer every day at 10 o'clock.
Through the people that are in this ministry, I've had a lot of close time with and been able to go through a lot of sessions of forgiveness that I've needed to forgive things in my life and be able to be brought closer to Jesus through my own struggles.
You know, I'd been searching for somewhere to practice my faith for 3 or 4 years, and I just didn't fit in anywhere I went. You know, I wasn't made to feel comfortable, and it wasn't like God wanted. It wasn't open with loving arms, and Harbor's given that to me. They've been here for me. They help me, you know, whether it's with counseling or with the shower in the morning or whatever. But the main goal here is faith. You know, they're planting a seed. They're trying to get people that are going in the wrong direction. They're trying to save them by putting God in their life. And they're doing it. They're doing a great job. And if you take it away from us, we don't know where we're going to go. We need our church. That's all I have to say about that.
When I came to Ventura, the Lord really spoke to me and said, Sam, I want you to reach the people nobody wants in the city. I went to Matthew chapter 25, the Gospel of Matthew, and in the 46th verse, it talks about the parable of the sheep and the goat. And right there he says, whatever you've done to the least of these, you've done unto me. But he describes that in the verses surrounding that. He says, when I was hungry, you gave me something to eat. And when I was thirsty, you gave me something to drink. When I was naked, you clothed me. I was a stranger and you invited me in. I was sick and you visited me. I was in prison and you came to me. And today we find ourselves in a situation where a city has said that Monday to Friday, opening your doors to care for the poor is not a religious expression. And we find ourselves in the middle of a battle. But we're asking for your help. Because the question is, what is church? What should the church be about? And we're praying that God will provide a solution, that we can love our neighbors, including our forgotten neighbors in this city. Will you please help us and donate to the Harbor for all our expenses that are incurred as we fight this battle? Thank you.
They lost. They're no longer a church. The city of Ventura shut them down because they were helping the homeless. And they were not allowed to express their religious views. Which is a key doctrine within the Bible. He quoted it himself. If you help, I'm going to paraphrase. If you help the weakest of these, the smallest of these, the littlest of these, you are helping Jesus. And, you know, that is an integral doctrine within Christianity. This happened, this video was posted 11 years ago. And so, this is a systemic problem. Instead of churches, they have non-government organizations helping the homeless, funneling funds that are supposed to be charity into the pockets of those that already have enough. And we wonder why California ain't worth the dust off my shoe. Yeah, this is a major problem. You don't hear about this here in America. You don't hear about the churches that get closed down because they are helping their community. And it's dangerous for churches to help their community because then they will be targeted. Man, Satan is real. The devil is real. And if Satan's real, does that mean God is? Oh. Okay, and I think I've proven my point. No need to endlessly talk about it. Let's continue with JD Delay's video.
It's gotten to be such a big deal on the internet that the pastors of the churches that said no have started making public statements like, we get scammed all the time. We can't just help a mom who might have a starving kid because she says her kid's starving.
Those pastors either one are corrupt and know what they are doing. Number two, they could be not corrupt, but they are they know the landscape and they know what happens to churches that do these things. So I give a little bit of grace, a teensiest bit, dude. Like, you gotta do it underground, dude. Just, you got an open closet, let somebody sleep in there, and just stay quiet about it. Hey. This is the grace of God protecting the most vulnerable. That's what it should be. Or number three, they really could be getting scammed, but I find that as a greed, like that is a greedy attitude. So I find fault in all of the possibilities of why they were not willing to get a container of baby formula. Faulty. No excuse. So if you are getting scammed, and if you have the resources to give, you should give. Say somebody's on EBT, and they get on by just fine, but they ask for some help, and that church should give. I don't really care. That church should make that connection. Like, hey, we care for our people. Um, you should be showing a little bit of grace. It's not like you're handing over your wallet. That like it's a church. You should have the resources for something like that. There's no excuse for non biblicalness. You're a church. It's in the book, dude. It's in the book. It's been here for 2,000 years. I don't know what you're reading, dude. These pastors over there reading Harry Potter, trying to run a business, not a church. That's they're trying to get the profit, and not be a prophet. You like that one? And so these churches are clown shows, literal scum, fleecing the flock, as they say. Yeah, and it breaks my heart, It gives a bad name to Jesus. And, I mean, I don't know, man. I guess I'm just much more charitable than these people. Yeah. Yeah, it's just blasphemy. Blasphemy. It's blasphemous not to do that. But, for the churches that are probably endangered, I'll probably give them some grace. They're probably doing something else. I can't really say that all of these churches that denied this lady, I can't say all of them are bad. But it's a good indicator. I'm not saying all of them are good. So like the church before, he was actually being oppressed by the government. Like that actually occurs. But he was still doing it. You see the difference? He was opposing the world. It's so stingy. Do not sit at the table of a stingy man. You don't do that. Because whenever you eat his bread, he will be thinking about how you're going to pay him back. That's, and a lot of churches fall into this because, well, churches are made up of man, and some men are stingy. Some women are stingy too. Some people are stinky, and these churches stink.
All she was asking for was a $17 can of baby formula so that she could feed a baby. Then there was a dude who did the same exact experiment, but instead of going to churches, he went to dope boys on the corner and asked them the same exact question. I got a single mom, her baby hasn't eaten, she needs a can of baby formula, will you help? And 7 out of 7 gave the man 20s to go feed that baby. There's a reason that Jesus hung out with the people that he hung out with and why he flipped tables at fucking churches, y'all.
Yeah, in my experience, the the dealers are usually much more charitable. That is the truest statement I've ever heard. They, um, it's sad that churches are being outdone. I love JD's take on this. It's it's perfect. Yeah, he understands. Um, yeah. And like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah. Bum, 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 dum, dum, bum, mm, mm.